I am on a mission today, and that mission is to get another accolade, being 70% of an island covered with farm fields. That's number one. The second one is I need more lavender. So this place is going to be ridiculously happy. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Anno 117. I really hope you guys are doing well today. Always a pleasure being here to record these videos for you all and to interact with you guys in the comment section. There is one thing that I do want to mention to everybody, just as a little heads up. Schedule-wise, we're going to be having a little bit of a change. On the following days, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, there's only going to be one YouTube upload. The technical second upload for these days are going to be the Twitch streams, which you guys are more than welcome to come on by. They start at the same time as the video on YouTube actually comes out, the second upload for these days. So I figured instead of, having a second upload just be on here, why not drop on by over there and then we can actually interact with each other. I think that would be a little bit better. Obviously, it's all based off of number one if you want to, and number two if you have the time. Apart from that, do not worry. The other days, I'm going to make sure, or do my best, rather, to keep to the two uploads, as the main campaign for Anno 117 has indeed ended. So I will have to figure out what we're going to be doing with that additional time slot. And obviously, if you're new here, you already know what to do. All social media links are in the description. And the, what was the last thing I was going to say? Oh, yeah, the schedule, always important for the schedule, is on the Discord as well. So yes, this island is going to just be filled with lavender farms, and we're going to be using two of these mountain slots more than likely for aqueducts. One heading in this direction, one heading up in this direction. This last one, we can tap into the iron deposit. It's fine. I think we should be able to get as much as possible. Let's go and put all the resources that I have over here. And this ship that I grabbed from Diana is going to be the one that's going to bring all the lavender straight to the capital. I also do have coffee. Speaking of the capital, too, I might as well show that. You may ask yourself, or you may not, when someone doesn't sleep or cannot sleep, what do? They could either doom scroll YouTube. They could, I don't know, try to read a book. I've done that. Hasn't really ended up well. Yeah. But at the same time, you could also reboot up your session and do some beautification, right? In Anno 117. Let's go. That's kind of what I did. I figured in the last episode I wasn't able to properly do enough, so I do have an okayish amount of these corner sections done along within here and over here going down into this side specifically. Then underneath the aqueducts I do have a different tiling, which still freezes the game a little bit whenever I put it down. And then I made another little spot over here honoring the two people that really got me into number one content creation and also taught me the game, being Navarius and Taka. And I'm right in the middle because we're the three best friends that anybody could have. Fun fact, haven't met either of them quite yet. Really want to, though. And there's a bunch of other little spots that we're going to have to work on, or at least I'm going to have to work on. Beautification goes, it's like a hit or miss with having videos being put out just on it. There's nothing major happening, and because we don't have a plethora of beautification options to choose from, it's kind of like, okay, I need to rehash the same idea per se. And again, talking about the Shrine of Neptune over here, I am not connecting this up with a road. I am refusing to change up this entire area in order to get a road connected to this thing. I don't personally care. I have enough shrines. I can build more. This spot just looks sick. So that's all I'm saying about that. Okay, the other little bit is Plucked Vulture Land 2. Yeah. I'm keeping the name. Oh, I would have loved to see your face with that one. Frank, I'm not. I'm going to annex it right now. I'm going to spend money because it's only 12k. Keep and clear the island. I'm also deleting this because it always bugs out for me. And we're definitely not keeping the name Plucked Vulture Land 2. I really liked the name that Rantium Ven put in the comment section being Lux Renata. So we're going to change it to Lux Renata. There we go. Boom. And what do we have on this island? Oh, we have resin here too. Oh, that's wonderful. That is indeed wonderful. We're going to tap into that for sure. I'm gonna see what other beautifications he's done. There's like a little spot down here. And that's really all of Neff's islands taken, I do believe, over here. Yeah. And this island over here has been renamed to Novi. I believe that's how you would say that, or I don't believe it's Novae. I believe it's Novi. All right. Now then, to our legit work for the day. I need to have a sip of my coffee first and foremost. Excuse me. If I could have coffee, like, hooked up to me as a form of IV every single day, believe me, I'd do it. Okay, I own one aqueduct there, one aqueduct there. And now we're going to immediately just begin with making all of the lavender fields. And the good news is about the lavender fields, we can indeed have a connection of an aqueduct to them to boost their speed, as they are indeed slow. Maybe it would benefit us to also have a shrine over here, sanctuary rather. That gets everybody. It's just going to boost her devotion meter even more. But again, the island is going to be small as is, so not that big of a deal. Okay, the plan is to get up to 70% of this island completely covered with farm fields. And let's see what we can do. So there's probably going to be some questionable places, and I don't believe the shift tactic is going to work all the time, if at all. So we'll have to see. Otherwise, you can just make huge sections of farm fields and then call it a day. I'm gonna bring this further up into this direction. There we go. So yeah, the people here are going to be ridiculously happy because every single one of these lovely, lovely lavender fields provides a happiness boost. Perfect. And a little bit there. Great. I wish there was a way to track what you were doing. As an example, whenever you're... I'm just throwing this out there. Whenever you're playing like an MMO of any kind, there's always this little quest meter that can pop up on your screen, or that you can enable to have pop up on your screen. And you guys can already tell, I played MMOs a decent amount back in the day. So I'm kind of wishing that were the case here, because I would be able to gauge how much I've built, and I can go based off of that. But nevertheless, I think there's going to be a lot of updates that the game will have over time. So I'm confident that they'll be able to rectify all these little nitpicks that I have, and I know that there's a bunch of people that have their own. Which is important to understand. Like, we should never be, in a way, hostile with the way that we want to voice our opinions about the game. Do we agree with every bit of it and the decisions taken? No, but that's just how every game kind of functions. We're always going to have that one element that's going to be like, all right, dude, what the heck were you thinking when you implemented this idea, as an example. So it's always important for us to maintain that respect, obviously, with the game companies, unless they're like being ridiculously rude to their own consumers. That's when I would obviously, draw the line. I don't believe I've ever run into that well, I don't believe it. How can I explain this? Playing Final Fantasy XIV for many years, there were a lot of things that I personally despised, decision-wise, that they made. I was very, very, very vocal about their housing situation. And if you guys have never played the game, let me just give you a little bit of an example. Final Fantasy XIV has a very outdated housing feature. And what I mean by housing is player-owned housing. Essentially, what you would have to do back in the day, I don't know, and I don't think it is this way now. I have to fix this, actually. There were a lot of people that were buying and selling homes just in and amongst themselves. And it was very easy to purchase property, because the whole method of getting a home in Final Fantasy XIV is they wanted to make sure that it kept to this like community type feel. So, for example, there's no instanced housing. You'll be able to see your neighbor, which on paper is a cool idea. I'm not saying anything against that. What I am gonna say is the way that they decided to try to fix it was borderline inhumane. And the way that I'm saying, and I'm going to explain it, is later on, they decided that having a placard in the front of the house, or the placard could have been there, it was before my time, was going to be the place that you had to go to get the house. Essentially, try to have a pseudo-auction type feel. But the problem is that there wasn't a definitive timer on those things. So all you would do is you would sit there and constantly spam this one damn button, and it would like zoom in on the placard or whatever, and it would essentially tell you that house is not available for purchase quite yet. And you did not know what timer this was. Eventually, you could be sitting there for, I don't know, 24, 48 hours. I think some of the horror stories I heard were some people sitting over there for like 48 hours, maybe even more, up to 72, constantly clicking this placard in order to get a home. When you have other games that have been like providing instance type housing for so long, and it's been doing fine. Now, the change that they put in before I fully stopped playing the game was you would put essentially your bid into an auction. So you would go up to that very same placard and you would put the money in and then just leave it. And then a randomizer would pick based off of your number, essentially like you're going to play, I don't know, a lottery number. It would essentially take that with a whole bunch of people that have already put their bids in, and it would pick a random number, and then whoever would win, they would get the house. But then you would have to go back up to that placard later to get your money back. Essentially, what I'm saying is like that was a very, very, very bad decision to continue that hard way of keeping the housing system going in Final Fantasy XIV. And I don't believe that they're going to find a all-around situation to make it good, but here was my idea. And honestly, I guess I should have put it in like a note or something and sent it to them, but you never know if these guys even read those. My idea was that if you want to purchase a home in the game, first of all, free companies, which are the equivalent of the guilds in the game, should have the ability to have theirs instanced, okay? You can buy like a ward, which is what they called it, a ward, for yourself and your free company. And let's say for all intents and purposes, one guy later on decides they want to leave the free company and they have a whole bunch of houses, or they have one house in there, then you can choose to delete it or allow that person to come collect their items and then go. But that would have still solved the problem. And then later on, what your free company could do is you could pretty much just be like, hey, if I want to get more plots, I would buy those plots with in-game money. So that in-game money is something that I can get by doing in-game stuff. That would cut down a lot on this issue. It would also cut down on the unfairness that a lot of people had to deal with Final Fantasy XIV's horrid housing system. And I legitimately will die on this hill. It's still horrible. It will always be horrible so long as they continue to keep it to this business model. That's one thing. And even when I was voicing my opinions with that, it was always in a kind, respectful way, including to those who I knew sat down for hours to get homes in the game. I would be like, dude, are you serious right now? Like, is it really worth it? No, it's not. In the grand scheme of things, it's not. Because guess what? The freaking house that I had in the game, and I'm getting rid of this so I can have this aqueduct work with this lavender farm. That house that I do have for my free company, or I guess in this case I did have for my free company, is pretty much gone. Because I haven't logged in. I haven't logged in, I don't care to log in, and I'm not going to log in. My MMO days are done. I legitimately cannot stand playing MMOs anymore. I think it's just a waste of time. Especially now that I have the channel going and all that. I can't see it. I can't see myself playing MMOs, period. And I used to for a long time. I was an avid MMORPG player. I played Star Wars The Old Republic. I played RuneScape, which it is considered massive multiplayer online mode. That's totally fine. That's not maxed out anyway. I played an okay-ish amount. Star Wars The Old Republic was a long time ago. That's the game that Zara and I actually met on years ago. But nevertheless, that's just one, for example, one gripe that I have with game companies when they feel like they can come up with a solution, but then that solution turns out to be either A, worse, or B, they start pointing fingers towards the consumer base. Just doesn't make sense. But even going back to like 117, it's always important to understand that we have to voice our opinions correctly, properly, all that good stuff. I feel like I want to have a temple on here instead of a sanctuary. Let me look at the accolade really quick. Where was it? Outstanding in the field. Cover 70% of an island with farm fields. I don't know whether I'm close to this or not. That's the problem. But I'm gonna need some mosaics. I'm gonna need some marble and all that good stuff.
Ready.
We just have to be patient with the other stuff that they're gonna put in the game, because obviously, even with Anno 1800, there were still stuff that they needed to put in over time, and the game became even more epic over time. So I'm excited to see what else they'll put in here, and we have to be patient about it.
Where's the warehouse?
I don't know where the warehouse is, my guy. In fact, I should probably get rid of these in favor of having them work on the lavender farms.
This sardine and I, we're both very small fish.
Wait a minute. This is kind of low-key worth it. If that adds an additional pop, that may not be bad. Hold up. We need to find a good spot for this temple. And it is literally ginormous. I completely forgot about this. It's not bad here. It will get, I mean, +2 population is better than, you know, having the happiness and the +2 belief. And belief for that, it's going to be a lot better anyway. So we're going to swap this out immediately. Just need the Invictus to get on home. And I think I'll just go ahead and make this thing's farm fields anyway. 169.
Done.
There we go. All right, that festival's done. It's not like you can go anywhere. Change out this road. We get another lavender farm right over here. It's so much purple. You'll love to see it, man. You absolutely love to see it. Excuse me, I need marble and mosaics, please. Yeah, see, there we go. There's only 2 lavender in here, and there's not enough soap. Okie dokie. Yeah, get a little bit of that, get a little bit of that, get a little bit of this, and I believe we should bring over concrete. Do we need concrete here? Yeah, I mean, we can pave the roads. We have 52. There's enough tiles and timber here anyway, so yeah, that works. Okay, get rid of this. We're gonna put down the temple right here. Nice, nice, nice. Once it's fully built up, there should be enough room to get like another farm field up in there if I build it correctly. But we shall see. It's looking nice so far. These guys also do count as farm fields. And now I'm really questioning whether I'm going to need that or not. Because I can just run that thing down. Yeah, screw it. I don't mind. I have enough money.
Waiting for your decree.
I could care less. There we go. And bing, bang, boom. Oh, yeah. That's nice. City status increased. Excellent. Let me fix up this little section, because we're going to need a little road. Come on. There we go. Hey. Hey. Bad. Thank you. Jesus. How am I going to do this so I can get another farm over in here? Yeah, you're going to go there. You can go to, like, here. You're maxed out, yes? Okay. You're gonna go there. I'm gonna be very, very curious to see how much lavender we're producing out of here. This can look nice if I do it right. Hold up. Oh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Indeed. What do you want?
A decision, your judiciousness.
Hell yeah, give him bread. That gives me more money. Okay, next aqueduct stream is gonna head down over into this direction, so we should probably just pre-plan that, yeah. Because the other one is not even tapped out, but was this one? I have olive oil here? Sure. Works for me. What's the devotion at? 4,423? Nice. That gives us even more population. Let's go. Yeah, population, or happiness. No, I'm sorry. Health, fire, resistance, and 2 belief just by putting this thing down. Wait, are you going to be... You good there? There we go. Now you're good there. Perfect. Have a little break there. Perfect. At least I can run the fields underneath these things. And I straight up do not care about putting a villa on here. It's going to cover too much space. Unless it'll tell me, comes up with a little notification that I did indeed get the accolade. Then sure, I can get rid of some in order to do that. Obviously, if we have offices up in here, that'd be great. But if we don't, then it is what it is. What can I put here? I don't want to put more homes. We might be able to fit like a hemp farm or something in there. Hopefully I'm actually doing this right. 12 covers 70% of an island with farm fields. Yeah, this does, it is constituted as a farm field, correct? Better not be a specific one. And if it is, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I need lavender anyway, so if that's what happens, then I guess Arcadia or another one of these small guys are going to be the one to do it. In fact, wait, we have flax over here. Flax is also considered a farm field, yes? Because, let me see. Yeah. Arable farm. So if this doesn't work, then that one will. I want to imagine. Either way, we'll need it. It does not matter. And this place looks sick. How much are we producing out of here? That's 8. How much does the capital need? Where is the lavender at? It needs 8, so this is just going to completely supplement it easily. The other one is we're going to need another soap maker over there. Let me get this mountain slot connected to right here, just in case if I want to tap into that iron mine. Not certain whether I will. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. I want to see how fast these guys are farming, too. Okay, so base productivity, it's at 120%. No, wait, 150. It's because this thing isn't at the point that we can make it faster. And it doesn't even matter because, now I remember, it doesn't matter because this is not even going to boost it to begin with. It's not one of those particular farms that it would. Alright. You need to go away. We're going to take the road and hug the field itself. There we go. Yeah, you are too far away from the aqueduct to have the benefit, but I can probably make a run down over to here. Or if we work to pave everything, which I'm going to need some more concrete for that. Oh, wait, hold on. Speaking of concrete, how you all doing over here? Minus 29? Great. Hey, that's also done. Okay. Ooh, start? Minus 106 of the equitative workforce over here.
Before we judge, walk a mile in someone else's sandals.
No, thank you. Need to get some more stuff over here. But at least they'll start working on this anyway. What do they need specifically? Tiles, marble, mosaics, concrete, and gold bars. We have we have a decent amount of concrete over here because they've just been working, and I left them be, so they are doing just fine. I need more though.
Neptune's finest. Ready.
Yeah, I will grab Imperianopolis' supply. So I think we have 1 or 2 functioning back here. What's your problem? How many do we have? Oh, we have 96. We need to transfer that gold ore over immediately. And you're still close enough to that warehouse, so that's good. Yeah, I think the lavender farms are not the ones I'm supposed to pick for this accolade. I'm seriously believing that's the case now. But I would imagine, like, that is more... Wait. It can go either way. It can go either way. But it looks so gorgeous, I don't even care. At the end of the day, I'm just having fun. And that's all we're supposed to do, right? Have fun. Enjoy everything. Wait, you don't have it? I'm just curious. If I pave this little bit of the road, will you? Yeah, what? Okay, now you do. Great. Wanted to make sure. Over to here. You can max that little bit out. And we're gonna already set a trade route with a Red Sea envoy going from... What the hell? Those are the names of the islands up here, dude? Okay. Yeah, okay, so there is Cower and her half-calf land too. Understood. Okay. Well, that's not where we need to be right now. We need to be over here. We already have that much lavender? Yikes. Okay, send it over en masse. More than likely gonna need to swap out this ship at some point, but it's okay. 180. Maybe we put 2 of these plantation buildings kind of close to each other. Like so. Yeah. And then having this little road run through it like that. This side's kind of empty, though. It wouldn't make sense. Hold up. Yeah, put them like this. And then we can run the road from here to here. Okay, great. Now I can utilize this space. Okay, new milestone has been reached, but which one was it? Oh, that looks kind of sick. Let's hope this will cover the remaining area. Still has access to the aqueduct, too. Oh my god. Oh. Damn it, I'm 1 tile off? Well, that was fun. Cool. 2 aqueducts working really well. Still have plenty of room in them. And looking pretty awesome. And now we just need to pave everything. It'll look even better. But now I can see that that is definitely enough to have this. But it's clearly saying, now that I've done this, and it was a little test, so now everyone can also take this into account. These are not additional farms that you can have, because I guess it takes it literally by saying a plantation over, like, one of these. Well, I needed this anyway. What would be olive fertility? Hold on. Maybe it's possible over here. There's a lot of people on this island. Ah, that's also a plantation. Okay, so no plantations are going to work with this. We legitimately have to have farms.
Waiting for your decree.
Okay, let's see. I'm going to build another soap maker somewhere. Just so I know. Alright, what happened here? We can have one be right here. This needs to be rebuilt. Hold one moment. Where's the warehouse? I believe there's a warehouse somewhere in this general vicinity. There is this one up here, but I highly
They
doubt this is
throw
going to make it.
some of our work in the fire for the penalties watching over us.
If we connect it up here, first of all, will the road do so? And second, will we be close enough to a warehouse? Nope, because the aqueduct's the issue. And I don't want to get rid of that, so that's a worthwhile test. Go from here, connect that up. I think we're going to need 2. Let's see. Let's see what happens.
But there's no warehouse.
It's so damn close, man. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, well, that's not going to work. Yeah, go away. At least I didn't do beautification down here. All I did is put that down. Seems to be enough room out here. I guess I'll just build it right in this spot. 1 soap maker. It's not the best locale, but it'll do. So we have to get the soap situation under control. We're constantly fluctuating with it, and that's not good.
The amphitheater.
And the hats, apparently. Yeah, so both of these definitely need to be worked on. After we have this island pretty much set up, we're going to focus on Albion for a while, because we need to bring in the sheepies, we need to make more of the hats, we need to bring in more piggies so we can render them down into lard in order to make these lovely soap bars and other questionable items. So don't worry about that. Don't worry about it at all. I got it covered. 29 of those. I think I'll just use another ship in order to bring more stuff over. You can upgrade to the final one, so that gives us 550 island storage capacity. That should be fine. Then we just need to pave all these roads, which will definitely happen with all of the concrete that we're bringing in. If not, then we'll bring more from the other side. And one of you...
Waiting for your decree.
Let's bring in the remaining resources that's necessary in order to build up this behemoth. Good amount of the concrete coming in first. Let's just fix that issue and the tiles. Then we'll bring... I know we have plenty of the mosaics. We don't have a lot of marble, though. That's a bit of a problem. Does Zara have any?
Cities are a lot like livers.
You do.
You get gates and junctions, wings and rivers.
Great, great, great.
And there's also the bitter part.
Yep, great. Hey, Zara, can you bring over some marble blocks for Atlantis? Thank you. And then where did that ship go? I think you went in here, didn't you? Yep, there you are.
So Praetor.
Let's bring over the gold and some of the mosaics.
Festina Lente.
And take another nice little sip of my coffee. Excuse me. Excellent. Look at that. Look at the amount of oysters we have in here. Oysters with caviar. Just, so good. Plenty of sturgeon. There's that 60. And then we'll just bring over 50 of the mosaic patterns for now. And then just do a little bit of a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth type situation. And we're almost back here. So we've already sent over some of that load that we had over on the island. That's great. Ah, you do not have a... Oh, you're only at 177? What the heck? Eh, you're fine. Why did I think that you had enough? There's no room to change it either, so not a big deal.
Waiting for your decree.
Alright. We're going to use the upgrade tool for this because I want to prioritize the main roads from the aqueducts to the Lavender farms, so I don't mess it up. That's a freaking marble road. I don't... Okay, I should probably not use that. It messes up every time. So now the aqueduct should be able to make it to this one. Great. Yeah, minute and 20 seconds is phenomenal. Okay. Why are you going there? Pave that, yeah. That's also good. That's great, that's great, that's great. Okay. And then wherever the heck else in the settlement, I believe the main harbor road would be prioritized. Okay. That's fine. And then the stuff in the middle... Yeah. See how much we have, I guess. That's also another good way of going about it. So I'll get, like, random spaces. Okay, so that's as much as we have. Majority of it has been paved. We just need a little bit more. But that's pretty good. So now we have this wonderful, very beautiful settlement, too. That's working to get us a bunch of lavender for the capital. And that'll fix our soap production needs very, very, very quickly. And we're running out of hemp? What the hell? I think it's just stretched too thin. That's a little bit of an issue. But nevertheless, it's all fixable. And you do that over time. It's not like you're going to have one cookie cutter situation, and clear cut, rather. That's a better way of putting it. Clear cut situation to solve all of your problems in one particular go with any Anno game. It's just not possible. You have to constantly get at it.
What could you possibly require?
And if anybody tells me otherwise, there's no way. There's no way. You're always going to have to run into this. Oh, damn, I forgot this. Oh, damn, I need to do that. It's impossible. For all of you guys, but I'm a god gamer. I don't even have any issues. You've never seen a single issue from my side at all. No, never. Fires? Them lacking for any goods? Riots and massive destruction in the streets? Ha! Easiest game of my life. I don't need to use the big boy ship anymore for this because I'm bringing over my flagship again.
Waiting for your decree.
You can just big chill with the fleet over there. I can't wait to build on that again. So much stuff we need to do. Then we have to go and fight Zara. I have a ship over here. Wait, what? Why is there a red... Oh,
Sails were invented in Mesopotamia.
great. It's just gonna gloat about Mesopotamia all over again. So they'll be taking majority of that stuff. And then... Yeah, okay, so they started on that. They're gonna get that. We're gonna need to bring in mosaics, okay, and tiles. So mosaic and tiles are the most crucial ones, followed by however much concrete we have later.
So Praetor.
Let's do the mosaics first. Bring over 200.
Through the waves.
I'm also letting it stockpile gold bars. That way I can provide more of the jewelry to the patricians. They are all currently stopped. And same goes for the pigments, apparently. Okay. Well, where are... Mosaic chain, which buildings do we have for this? We only have the one building going right now. I'm going to stop this, because I don't really need it to work for me right now. Not going to be... I think the amount of mosaics I have is totally fine for some time.
What could you possibly require?
Okay, that's 200. Is that going to be enough for this? 280. I don't think so. No, we need a little bit more. Nope. I'm going to bring over some tiles, too.
Neptune's finest. Ready.
So 300 tiles. We definitely have the 300 tiles. I might use one of these ships to just do that as well.
Waiting.
Who's fast? You fast? No, you're slow. You are faster. So you can do this. Okay, let me see that lavender grow. There we go. Screw buying this.
Waiting for your decree.
Okay, what are you going to bring in? You can bring in some more of that. You can also bring in that 20 tons of concrete, I suppose. I was planning on using it up there, but the amphitheater over here definitely does take priority.
As do we.
Increase the population size of Atlantis significantly. Whilst the flagship brings
Waiting for
in
your decree.
the first 200 set of tiles. That'll be good to go. Obviously, it'll take a lot longer to get this done, or it may not. I don't know if it's gonna definitely do so. By the way, we are making a decision based off of a general consensus that this wall sucks, and I'm gonna get rid of it. Along with this, I am not removing my banners. That is what is going to stay there. And then we're gonna move this office building further down the hill. And mostly, probably like here. In fact, that's a lot better. That is a lot better. What do you want, Ben?
A decision, your judiciousness.
Great. More money. Connect them from there. Connect them from there. Okay, you're just gonna have dirt paths for now.
Neptune's finest! Ready!
200 tiles. 50 more mosaics and concrete. Excellent. You can go back up with the fleet. And you can go and get some more tiles. Hopefully we do get that whole soap situation sorted. I don't want to deal with issues like that for a long time. Shortage of water workforce again. At least it better not be minus 5,000.
What could you possibly require?
I believe I hold a record for that level of bullshittery. Another 100 of that.
We advance.
Bring it in and do another double check. Yeah, it's going okay. She's bringing in the marble for us right now. Custodians cannot reach the scene of an incident. Oh boy. Well, what do you mean they can't reach the scene? They can't make it to that particular... Oh my god. Can they reach now? Now they can. I hope. I think they will, because that home is right across the street from that one. If they can't deal with this, that's definitely a problem. A big problem.
Waiting for your decree.
So right now, I believe the only thing that's really holding us back is the concrete and the marble. Those are the only two. May not even be. It's very close. It's almost at 300, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's a good thing that we allowed it to build up.
Ready.
It's a very good thing that we allowed it to build up. Okay, now on these islands of Lux, Renata, and Novi, I want to try to work on this one first. Where is my harbor? Okay, it's right here. In fact, this is a very nice spot. It's a very nice spot indeed. And then over in the middle here, that's when we can run like an aqueduct source through on this side, and then that one can run over on this side. Okay. We have 280 timber in here. What other stuff do we have? There's plenty of hats. I should transfer these over to the capital. That would help us out. Yeah, where's my flagship? I'm going to do that. Flagship. No, that's not you. There you are. Where are you going? Going over there. You don't need to. I want you to head over here. Sorry, I want you to head over here.
Forward.
And there's 4 river slots, but they're all just going to be for sturgeon population? Well, not just. I don't believe... Yeah, see, I can't get any of these. Because I mean, it's not going to matter. Requirements 50% gold ore deposit, yeah. +1 income and +1 knowledge is always great. Almost ready with the next tech, which is going to be another brick in the wall. Good for 5% additional HP for all of that. And then the towers and gates are going to have the exact same thing. Good all around. Yeah, I don't know what to do with these. We might just exploit them for clay, and then we'll send the clay down to the capital. Or, why don't we have a spot for processing our own tiles? We have 2 river slots here. We can make Lux Renata into that one spot that produces a lot of the tiles for us, along with the resin. I have to think on that. That'll be a little bit interesting. But this island is beautiful, and I really want to work on it some more. More than the lack of doing so. If it's 70%, then I believe over on this side, we can have a decent population of, like, our Liberty and plebeians. And then everything past this river can be farm fields. And I would imagine that's 70%. If it's not, then I genuinely don't know. And I'll have to find another island to do this on. But we're going to need another temple over here. Who are we praying to? We cannot pray to her on this island. Flax. No. We need Minerva. Yeah, this is going to be great. Bring back Minerva. Okay, build oh, no. Bad. I wanted to hug that side, but it didn't want to work. Great. Go up to there. Weird building incoming, because screw meta. I need to do it right, though. From here, no. I need to do it better. We can have... That's 1 home, 2 home. There we go. I have a little bit there. I have a little bit... Go down that way. We will need to immediately build up the marketplace and tavern for them. Otherwise, we will not have a population here at all. I can put it back here in the middle. Just at least for the first one. So they don't die out on me. And then the tavern, one can go over here. Another one can go up here. Excellent. Then we'll build some more homes right along this side. And they will have the hats. They will have the tunics for a time. But then the entire population is going to dwindle once they're done with. Unless I start producing it legit. Which wouldn't really make sense here. Provided I build up the Temple of Minerva, and that is definitely a plan. And it indeed is even, right in the middle. I'll build the Temple of Minerva right about here. We'll have a grand walkway up to it, like so. And yeah, we'll get like our entire little spot over here and increase the amount of our population, which is already kind of skyrocketing up into the hundreds, because the flax farms are going to require us to have the Liberty anyway. And I believe on Atlantis, I'm going to swap out the... I kind of like keep that. I'm going to swap out the flax farms for vineyards. I think that just makes it look a little bit more regal. Even though the flax farms look very pretty too. Okay, banner. That's absolutely necessary.
Excellence in education. Your
Great.
citizens must be ecstatic.
Yeah, they're getting educated. Absolutely. Who doesn't like good old education? Build that here.
What could you possibly require?
Alright. What I possibly require is for you to bring over a lot of the hats. Should hold us over for some time until we get up to Albion to start some legitimate routes, bringing a whole bunch of like sheepies and piggies with lard. How much do we have here? 80? We don't have any more jewelry, so that's why our the number went down. And obviously the hats, so it's a bit of both.
Cook 'em sardines, dripping with oil, picking me teeth with the bones.
So we need around 200 marble I have 100 on Imperianopolis right now. I can bring that 100 over.
Finest. Ready.
And I don't have another deposit except for... Wait a minute. Oliveira has... What the crap? Are you kidding me? And I have a limestone quarry active instead? Unreal. I don't even know how I exist. I don't even know how I function anymore. There we go. Get the marble out there. We need to increase the storage capacity of the island. And with that boost, hold up, where are we here? How much is this providing us? 528. Wrong one. Hold up. 528 global. It's still not enough. It's really not enough. And the reason what I'm looking at is like we're around 5,000 if I swap Imperianopolis off of Kara's and go to somebody else. Because this is at 12,000. And I want to swap her out to Mars instead. But if I do that, then we lose out on 12,000 points, and I need the global to at least be at 7,000. So, we're going to have to work on that. There's plenty of other islands that we need to take anyway, so... Oh, there's 2 marble deposits right there. 3 mountain slots right there for marble would be kind of good. There's 2 for minerals. There's more for minerals here and gold. So yes, I believe the priority system is going to be, we get up to Albion, we produce a whole bunch of the sheepies, the piggies, the ponies, the whatever the heck else, using Epona as our guide, and ship them down here. Whilst we're doing that, we're going to prepare ourselves once again to go up against Zara and fight, because that'll be fun. Where's my flagship? You're going here. Yeah, you're kind of slow because now you have a full hull of stuff. We have to provide the prowess hats. There we go. I said the name this time. I don't know why, but I did anyway. Is this game still going on? No, it's over. Okay. 50. I really want to try to do this, but I know I'm not gonna... I might get lucky. Fine glass. I think that's also going down too. Screw it. I think I have damn near everything except for that. Oh, wait. I need to get 100 of that.
My husband sometimes looks like a soldier now he wears his sandals.
Okay, great. I didn't ask though. You just wait. Okay, we're not providing it to them. Shouldn't provide it to them. I can bring in 100. Hold on. Hold everything. I don't have it made, but I can buy it. Does she have any? She might. Hold up. Yes, you do. Oh, great. Great. I want to see the whole thing when it has everything in there. Because I haven't. Yes, we have so much oysters with caviar. Damn, they're going to be eaten good. We have plenty of rope. Questionable. And then we have 100 of that's coming, plus the aqueduct source that's connected. Let's heckin' go. Hurry. Time is money.
What could you possibly require?
I want to change the look of the flagship here. Because I have other skins. Default skin. Syra's vessel. I feel like that works with us here. Golden Star, too shiny. Classic Nova Alba, no. Northern Colors, nah. I kind of like this one. Zara, hey, I know you're having a bit of a problem here right now with the riot, but I need 200 of this. Or 100 of that, yep. See ya.
Through the waves.
It's all for the good of the realm. Okay, no one should be having any of these. You're kidding me, right? We're out of the hats? How come they're fluctuating that much? So weird. Okay, doesn't matter. What are we missing here? Oh, that is the prowess hats. Oh, crap. Wait a minute. How are we out of charcoal?
What could you possibly require?
What you mean, Chief? Where are my charcoal routes? How are we out? Excuse me? Okay, well, that's bringing in a whole bunch of cheese. There's some, I guess. I don't know. Did I lose a ship in the process? I highly doubt it.
So weary, Praetor.
At least we're bringing in some more leather. All right. Deliver this. And then we will be seeing a mega awesome, great battle in here. That's going to be really sick. We need to probably build another one of these sandal makers because we are kind of almost out of it. Is there a good spot I can put this in? It'll be worthwhile. I can put it right here in the front. Because, you know, if you go to the bathhouse, right, and if you mess up your sandals, or you might lose your sandals in the process. You never know. Somebody might just come over to the side and just yoink them because they're so cool. You can always go right outside, and you can purchase a new pair. See, I'm a genius. I don't know where I come up with this stuff, but nevertheless, I do. Okay, and over here, we need concrete, we need marble, and we need mosaics. Yes, in order to build up the Temple of Minerva. I'm curious, we should probably build a decent-sized settlement on here, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because increasing the devotion to Minerva... Oops, wrong one. Increasing the devotion to Minerva is going to be really, really fantastic with a chain that is a persistent thorn in my side. And Neptune... Hold on. Neptune does not do anything with the snaillery. Which I don't believe... If this island had snails, right? It would have been fantastic. I'm checking to see if any of her islands have both of the items I need. They do not. They do not have flax, and they do not have the snails on the same damn island. That's unfortunate. I would have been able to do so well with that. It's unbelievable. She's taking a play out of Dorian's book by making these ridiculously awesome walls here that I can totally just walk around. Or, no, not really. This one, yes, but not this one. This one's, well, there too. There is a tower there, so it's going to impact our advance. I do want our battles against her to be really cool. Okay, 6K on the balance. How are we doing over here? Right. We need 150 marble. I'm feeling like I just can go to her and be like, hey, I need some more stuff. That way I can ensure that the amphitheater over there is just ready to go. I don't need to worry about it, as I'm going to keep hold of all the marble that I have here and the mosaics for other sources.
We advance.
Go ahead and do this. She has riot after riot after riot. It's kind of sad. Never had them before in my life. Okay, 150. And she also does have mosaics if I really want them. And fine glass. So all that is pretty good.
Festina Lente.
I think a lot of the fine glass related issue is because I'm also sending it up there for sure. And the pigments, which I don't have a lot of the pigments. I do have a plethora of minerals, though, so I can get another pigment one. Oh, what the heck are you?
Where shall we store it?
Oh, oops, that's actually a building I kind of need. Wait, one moment, please. I need to build. Pigment. Is that one additional pigment good, or do I need more than one? Pigment. I need one more pigment. Where am I going to put this? I can put it here. I need to fix the road, though. There we go. Thank you. Bye-bye. And put this. Why the hell? Why the happiness going down? What the problem is? What the problem is? You guys know where... Oh my god, that's bad. Yes, risk a plague. Give me the Justinian plague. Do it. I dare you. I need it for accolades. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Perfect. You'll love to see it, man. You'll love to see it, even though I'm not producing one at all. But I'm going to soon. I have to. It'll reduce the amount of fire issues that's on this island by a lot, in fact. So that's a good idea. So we got this cool island set up today, which is really, really pretty. We do have the mosaics over here and the marble, which I can bring over to
Neptune's finest.
that other
Ready.
island right now, in fact. Well, I think we're tapped out on mosaics here too, are we not? I'm gonna wait for that to fill up before... At least we have... Okay, yeah, we're bringing one more gold. Okay, good. So we should see this amphitheater built in Atlantis in the next episode. So that'll increase our population size by a bunch. I really like what we built over here with Capitolina, absolutely. It looks gorgeous. It's very simple. It's going to be effective as hell because of the amount of lavender that's coming out of here. And you do love the purple. It's so pretty. Works right up against the temple itself. And we just have like this open area, which seeing as how this does not matter anymore. Boom. And boom. Nice. Complete coverage. The only thing I didn't use are the harbor, you know, the beach ends, which is fine. I didn't need them to begin with. We're good on this island. We are providing enough hemp. Seems that there's forage enough in there too. It's just totally fine. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. The Twitch stream is going to be starting at around 10 o'clock a.m., excuse me, Pacific time. So if you guys want to hop on over there, by all means, you're more than welcome. Link is in the description, main channel page. All these are updated, so, and I do check them. So in the event that they don't work, I'll know very quickly and see to the issue as quickly as possible. Until next time, my friends, thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your day. If I don't see you at Twitch or in the Twitch stream, please consider like, commenting, subscribing, hitting that bell button, sharing it with your friends. And I'll catch you in the next episode, my Rantians.